The film takes place in the northern Great Plains during the early 18th century. This is the period when European settlers colonized most of the country. They plundered resources, killed the local indigenous people, and destroyed the forests to build cities. At the beginning, we see a young Comanche girl, Naru, enjoying hunting. She has a well-trained dog named Sari, who seems to be very loyal to her. One morning in the woods, Naru is practicing with her axe when she spots a deer. She decides to hunt it down, but a loud thunderclap causes the deer to flee. Naru and her dog are not willing to give up, so they chase the deer with all their might, but they are unsuccessful in catching it. In the process, Sari's tail gets tangled in a bear trap, causing her severe pain. Fortunately, Naru quickly comes to his rescue. Once Sari is freed from the trap, she also applies some natural remedies to his tail. After this, the two prepare to head home. But at that moment, they hear a loud noise coming from the sky. Naru immediately goes to investigate, and when she reaches a nearby cliff, she sees a large spaceship flying through the clouds. In the next scene, Naru meets her brother, Tabby, who is an excellent hunter. In fact, he is considered the most ferocious fighter in the entire tribe. Whenever they go on a big hunt, Tabby is the one leading them. Naru shares that she saw a thunderbird in the sky earlier. She also expresses her willingness to join him on the upcoming hunt. However, Tabby doesn't think she is ready, saying that it is dangerous. Afterwards, Naru returns to her mother and helps her prepare some medicine. While sharpening her axe, her mother asks why she wants to hunt. Naru replies that she is as skilled as the others because she uses her intelligence more than her physical strength. However, even her mother believes that she cannot hunt. This proves that the Comanche people do not believe that their women are as capable of hunting as their male counterparts. A few moments later, Tabby arrives with a bird that has been hunted for food, but Naru does not seem pleased. On the other hand, a dangerous-looking predator jumps out of the ship. It has highly advanced weapons, such as lasers and thermal vision, as well as the ability to disappear. To give us a brief demonstration of its capabilities, the predator walks into the forest and effortlessly kills a giant snake. Elsewhere, while gathering herbs for medicine, Naru notices the men making their way into the forest in order to kill a lion. When she learns that the lion has captured one of their men named Puhi, she decides to join them. As expected, the men refuse to let her come, but when Tabby assures her that she can help treat the wounded, they agree. The search soon begins, and Naru guides everyone using her so-called intelligent mind. They wander for hours and eventually find Puhi, who is in a feral state. Naru immediately provides him with medicine and herbs, saving his life. After the successful rescue mission, everyone prepares to leave, but Tabby is determined to hunt down the feral lion. Therefore, he orders the other men to carry Puhi back to their camp while he pursues the lion. However, Naru is somewhat skeptical since lions usually finish off their prey instantly. They don't let her suffer. So, she asks to join him, but Tabby refuses. On the way back, Naru discovers the dead and torn snake, as well as the predator's footprint. The other men believe that the footprint is that of a large bear, but Naru is confused as she has never seen a bear that big before. Thus, she decides to go back to Tabe and warn him about the same. A member of their camp named Baka also joins her. Soon after, she meets Tabe and tells him everything, but he also believes that it was a bear. After that, the three of them set off to chase the lion. Naru suggests placing bait and taking a position on a tree to effectively attack the lion. After a while, she and Baka climb a tree while Tabe places the bait and hides behind some bushes. The plan works and the lion arrives at the scene, but instead of pursuing the bait, it pounces on the duo. At first, the lion kills Baka and begins to slowly move towards Naru. The latter was holding a spear, confident in her ability to defend herself, but at that moment she notices the predator. This distracts her temporarily, giving the lion enough time to strike her and knock her to the ground. A few hours later, Naru wakes up to find herself back at the village camp. It turns out that her brother saved her from the lion and brought her back home. Meanwhile, Tabe also arrives with the lion's head. All the villagers are proud of him, so the elders promote him to the position of warlord. However, Naru remains convinced that there is something else in the forest and wants to return. She tells Tabe this, but the latter dismisses her, saying that she is not ready to hunt yet. Since no one believes her, Naru decides to take matters into her own hands. Early the next morning, she and her dog head into the forest to investigate. There, she makes a rope out of wooden sledges, attaches it to her axe, and uses it as a rebound piece. With its help, she manages to catch a rabbit, which she cooks in the forest and eats with sari. Meanwhile, the predator watches a wolf about to pounce on a young animal. As the wolf grabs its prey, the predator attacks and kills it. On the other hand, Naru continues to move in search of clues about the predator. After a while, she reaches a place where she discovers several dead buffaloes with their hides torn off. Naru is shocked and confused about who could have done this, as buffaloes are seen as a symbol of honor and generosity in their culture. Next to the bodies, she discovers a cigar, but Naru has no idea what it is. After her investigation is over, she continues her journey until she falls into a swamp. To make matters worse, it turns out to be quicksand. Naru slowly sinks inside, and it seems like she will suffocate to death. But fortunately, she still has her boomerang axe. Using this, she somehow manages to save herself. Naru then heads to the nearby river to clean herself up. Meanwhile, we see the predator spotting the same cigar. In the next scene, Naru spots a large bear devouring its prey. Usually, even the bravest villagers run away from the beast, but Naru has a point to prove. She wants to kill it and take its head back to the village as a trophy. Unfortunately, at the last moment, her bow breaks and the bear spots her. Now, with the roles reversed, Naru runs for her life and eventually hides under a beaver dam. However, the bear uses its amazing sense of smell and tracks her down. She is about to be devoured when suddenly the predator arrives on the scene and attacks. The two beasts then engage in a fight, but the bear is eliminated within seconds. Seeing this, Naru is shocked and immediately swims away to save herself. The predator notices her but doesn't react, believing her to be no threat to it. Naru then reaches the shore, where some men from her village approach her. It turns out that after she disappeared, Tabe directed his men to search for her. Naru frantically explains to them what she saw, but no one believes her. Instead, they tell her to return to camp. When Naru refuses, they capture her and tie her up. Meanwhile, the predator seems to be watching them from nearby. Using his advanced technology, he tags their weapons. Soon after, the tribesmen hear the predators roar and notice some movement in the bushes. Terrified, they take up positions, and one of them shoots an arrow into the bushes. He then slowly moves forward to investigate, only to discover that it is just a rabbit. This causes all the men to laugh, mocking Naru's fear. But at that moment, 3 laser beams are aimed at the man's body, followed by metal arrows, killing him instantly. Because of this, the other men start shooting their arrows in random directions, one of which hits the predator and reveals its true colors. The men immediately start attacking it, but the deadly alien is so powerful that it effortlessly kills the men one by one. As the fight continues, Naru somehow frees herself and flees the area. Unfortunately, the predator kills all the men and begins chasing her. Naru tries to get rid of it in the woods, but ends up falling into a bear trap. Soon, the predator approaches her, seemingly to end her life. However, when he sees her struggling and in pain, he stops. This makes Naru realize that the predator doesn't attack bait or the unarmed. At the same time, some French hunters arrive with guns, beat Naru up, and kidnap her. In the next scene, she regains consciousness and finds herself trapped inside a wooden cage. She then notices a man smoking a cigar and learns that he was the one who killed the buffalo earlier. At that moment, a translator approaches her and asks what she knows about the predator. When Naru doesn't answer, they reveal another hostage who is none other than Tabby. Naru is surprised to see him there, but she can't do anything about it. Soon after, the siblings are taken into the woods, where they are tied up as bait for the invisible alien to hunt. Tabby panics, but Naru assures him that the predator doesn't attack helpless beings. Unsurprisingly, the same thing happens. The predator slowly approaches the men from behind and begins killing them one by one. As the slaughter continues, the siblings manage to free themselves. Tabby goes to look for a horse for herself, while Naru goes to the French hunter's camp where her dog Sari is being held. Upon reaching it, she wipes out the remaining hunters, using her cool moves. But before she can leave with her dog, the translator approaches her. His leg has been cut off, so he begs for medicine. In return, he offers to teach her how to use the gun. Naru agrees and gives him some medicine to lower his body temperature. As she learns how to use the gun, they hear the terrifying roar of the predator. So, Naru immediately hides behind a tree, while the translator pretends to be dead. Surprisingly, the predator is unable to locate the translator due to his hypothermia. This makes Naru realize that he has a weakness after all, but the predator makes up for this rare weakness with his intelligence. He tramples all the corpses one by one. Most of them are unresponsive, but when it is the translator's turn, he screams in pain. The predator realizes that the human was just pretending to be dead and kills him in a flash. Then, he spots Sari and aims his laser at her. However, just as he is about to shoot, Tabe arrives out of nowhere and attacks the predator's head, causing his helmet to fall off. As a result, the laser in the helmet points and shoots at the tree instead of Sari. Seeing this, Naru realizes that the metal arrow is following the laser instead of the enemy's location. By the time the predator recovers his helmet, Tabe attacks him. Surprisingly, the tribesman comes face to face with him and even manages to land some great shots. This disturbs the predator, so he eventually becomes invisible. After a few seconds, Tabe surprises him and stabs him from behind, killing him mercilessly. Naru watched this happen before her eyes, but she didn't have time to grieve. She immediately fled with her dog. The next morning, she spotted one of the surviving French hunters across the river and captured him. She cut off his leg, preventing him from escaping and using him as bait. She then took medicine, which lowered her body temperature and made it impossible for the predator to sense her. After a while, the predator arrived as planned and tried to pursue the person who set up the bait, but as expected, he was unable to locate Naru. Suddenly, she shot him in the head from behind, took his helmet, and fled. After that, she positioned the helmet in a way that the laser could be directed at the predator. He quickly arrived, and Naru jumped on him and began wrestling. She managed to cut off his hand using his own weapon. After that, with the help of Sari, she tied the predator with a rope and dragged him into the swamp. According to the plan, he aimed the metal arrows at Naru, oblivious to the fact that the laser was pointed at him. When he fired, the metal arrows pierced his own hand, eventually killing him. In the final scene, Naru returned to her village with the predator's head, making everyone proud of her. She was then declared the new warlord, something she had always dreamed of. Thanks for watching.